Hello everyone, SuperBricks37 here, and in today's LEGO City update, we're going to be changing up this corner of the LEGO City, where the bank and the grocery store currently reside, and we're going to be moving them around as well as adding in a brand new construction site. But before we get started, make sure you guys like the video and subscribe down below to keep up with all the changes in the LEGO City. So now, let's get started. So as you can see, the city is getting pretty full right now with this current layout. You can see even I had to expand off of the table even just to get that beach area to fit. But yeah, we're getting pretty full, and the only corner left we have is this corner right over here. And for the longest time, I wasn't sure what to put there, but I've ultimately decided between two different things. One of which is a construction site, which I'd be using some of the pieces that I got in my most recent LEGO store haul, which I'll link right up here for you to watch that. And the other thing is actually a LEGO Friends set, which is the LEGO Friends Heart Lake City Hair Salon. And I got this from Walmart.com, where I found it for 16 bucks. I figured it'd be a nice little set to mock up and add to the city, but I'm not 100% sure if it'll fit in this area. So for right now, we're going to just go ahead and go with a construction site there, and then in the future, we may upgrade it and put in the hair salon set. Another thing we're also going to be doing this week is moving these two buildings, because not moving them, but rotating them. I'm not 100% sure how I like the way it is right now, and I'm not a big fan of the back of this building, so what I think I'm going to do is actually rotate them around to where the fronts of the buildings are actually facing out this way. So that way when you're looking at the city from over here, which is the primary angle that you're going to look at it, you see these two front of the buildings. So yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and change them around and then start laying out the construction site. Alright, so we got the buildings turned around now, and I'm much happier with the way it looks now. So now when you're looking at the city, like I said, you can see the fronts of those buildings, and it looks a lot better than just seeing the side of the bank and the back of the grocery store. So yeah, now what we gotta do is we gotta bring the sidewalk around the front of the building so pedestrians can actually get to it. And then we gotta start laying out our construction site. So for the sidewalks, I'm actually gonna use some of these 4x4 plates and just go straight down to the end of the building. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll see what it looks like. Alright, now with the sidewalk done, I think that does look a lot better. It looks a lot more of a completed area. So yeah, now it's time to start laying down the plates for the construction site. Alright, we got the sand plates, or the tan plates rather, laid down for the construction site. And I just used a whole bunch of 8x8 and 8x16 plates to get that done. They're not base plates or anything, they're just the normal thickness of plates. So yeah, I think the next thing we gotta do is start putting in our little details around the construction site. But we gotta make sure we don't get in the way of this train line. So what I think I'm gonna do is actually bring the Hogwarts Express over onto this corner, since that is the widest train that I have, just to make sure it's not gonna hit anything. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so the pieces we're going to be using to build up the construction site are actually in this Pick-a-Brick cup, where we have some of these graded kind of storage crate pieces, or shipping container pieces rather. We're going to be using those, as well as these yellow girder pieces, which are the same size as these red ones, but just a different style. So I think those are going to look really nice in the construction site. Then we also have a few smaller construction vehicles, and then a little crane as well we're going to be placing in. So let's go ahead and get the main structure built up. Alright, so we got the construction site all set up now. We got a little bit of a wall built, and I decided to use that little crane, lifting up a piece to put on the wall. Then I also stacked up a couple pieces in the corner just to give it that kind of messy construction site look. I also took all the figures off of this part of the sidewalk, and I'm going to actually use some orange cones to block that off so pedestrians can't get over there. And I'll just have to relocate all these figures into other parts of the city. So yeah, I think the next thing we're going to do in the city is just go ahead and clean up the streets a little bit, and then add a brand new helicopter as well as 2 brand new cars. So let's go ahead and get started with that. Alright, so the 3 vehicles we're going to be adding to the city this week is the 2020 LEGO Speed Champions Ferrari F8, a LEGO Creator 3-in-1 alternate build, which is a hot rod, which I think is really nice, and then a very old LEGO mail helicopter, which is one of my favorite vehicles that I have in the city now, just because it's so old. So yeah, let's go ahead and find a nice spot for these. Alright, so we've got the cars and the new planes set up pretty much right where I want them. A few things may move around, but for the most part everything's pretty good. Got some of the newer cars over there, like the Ferrari. Got the hot rod sitting right here in front of the garage. Then our new helicopter sitting right here. And yeah, so now let's go ahead and start putting in some superhero scenes to really spice up this city. Alright, so we got a whole bunch of scenes set up in the city now. So let's go ahead and take a look at them all. And we'll actually start over here in the corner that we worked on today, which was over here by the construction site. And you can see I've got Sandman popping out of the train track, using that awesome build from the Daily Bugle set. And he's hitting down on Iron Spider with Spider-Man 2099 helping out in the fight. And we have construction workers running all over the place. And it looks like they may have to start over this construction build because of this fight. Then if we keep going, we can see a couple minions standing there by the grocery store. Just some people walking. Taz standing there. Then we get to the big fight this week, which is the fight with Molten Man, who puts Miles Morales, Shang-Chi, as well as Giant Man all fighting him. So we have Miles Morales coming in off the side of the police station, Shang-Chi flying in on the Great Protector, and then Giant Man here punching Molten Man right in the gut. So I think this fight scene looks really awesome, especially from a distance. I'm really proud of this one. And if we look up a little bit, we can see Black Cat swinging in to attack a police officer, but Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan, stopping her with her fist. So that's a really awesome scene as well. And we didn't put anything over in the Sanctum Sanctorum corner this time. We just figured I'd leave that corner blank for now. Then if we keep moving on, nothing here around the Daily Bugle either. Just pretty clean slate there today. But back here by the museum, we do have a fight between Vulture, Blade, as well as Captain America, right above the museum. So that's a pretty cool fight scene as well. Then we move on. We can see Dr. Octopus has actually captured our dear mayor, and Iron Man is actually trying to stop him. So that's another excellent fight scene that I put together. Really proud of that one as well. And I used the arms from the Doc Ock mech. So you can see I did take the arms off of that to put on to this Doc Ock figure. Then if we keep moving down, we can see Daredevil getting into a fight with a whole bunch of crooks, probably trying to steal these two hot rods that are right here out in the open, as well as a third one back there in the garage. So yeah, that's going to be all for this week's city update. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe down below for more awesome LEGO content. And make sure you guys let me know in the comments which part of this city update was your favorite. Thank you all for watching. SuperBricks37 signing off.